So very, very quickly, I'm going to go through. I do apologise for the fact you can't hardly see me, but there we are. I'm going to go through UFC 178 for a predictions video. And first to say that, without doubt, Mark Hunt is the fighter of the card for what he did to Roy Nelson. Been such a long time coming. Their main event is the flyweight title, Demetrius Johnson and Chris Carriasso. You know, Chris Carriasso is a worthy opponent, I do think. But will he win this one? I would say very, very unlikely. Even statistically, the only thing he's better at is decision, and that's not going to happen. So I'm going to go for a Demetrius Johnson win there. Eddie Alvarez is fighting Donald Cerrone. Actually, Eddie Alvarez has a much better record, 25-3 to 24-6. But still going to go for Donald Cerrone, and I suspect a submission victory there. This could be fight of the night. This is Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is the loudmouth, and Dustin Poirier, you know, he was doing excellently. I think he's had a few setbacks recently, but he was doing excellently, and I hope that he is now going to be able to overcome and burst the little bubble that is Conor McGregor. 15-2 is McGregor's record, 16-3 for Dustin Poirier. I think if there is a worry, it is that Conor McGregor might be much better on the feet. I don't know if he'll be able to get a submission. I might go for a decision victory there for Dustin Poirier. Could be fight of the night, that one. Tim Kennedy and Yoel Romero, don't really care about this one very much. It does look a little bit like it's, a squash match in terms of records. 18-4 for Kennedy, 8-1 for Yoel. But this is a striker versus striker match, so either one of them, I think I'll go for Tim Kennedy there, but I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out to be the other one. We do have a women's bout on the card. Kat Zingano and Amanda Nunes. Perfect 8 versus 9-3. Do you know, I don't know, except that if you trust the seeds, which you shouldn't really, Kat Zingano is apparently number 1. So we would expect her under that guys to win. Let's move on to the preliminary card. Dominic Cruz and Takaya Mizugaki. Dominic Cruz is returning, huzzah! 19-1 versus Takaya Mizugaki, 20-7. Not to be sniffed at. This is the sort of thing which would have been a WEC championship bout back in the day. Who is going to win? Well, if he stands any chance of going anywhere quickly, Dominic Cruz has to win this one. You know, I don't dislike Takaya Mizugaki at all, but after all the bad luck, I certainly hope that Dominic Cruz manages to win this one. George Masvidal and James Krause. Again, another easy one for me to pick here. We've got 27-8 versus 21-5. I am going to go for James Krause here. May not have the best record, but I am going to go for him. I'm hoping that he's going to get a win on the ground. The other person is Decision King. So there we are. Patrick Cote and Stephen Thompson, not one I particularly care about. 21-8 for Patrick, 9-1 for Stephen. Yeah, it's you know, I'll go for Patrick Cote just basically on the name there, more than anything else. John Howard and Brian Ebersol. Brian Ebersol is one of those sort of journeymen who has been around and fought absolutely everybody, as his record attests to, 50-16. John Howard, not so much, 22-9. This is really supposed to be striker versus groundsman, with Brian Ebersol on the ground, but either of them are capable of decision. I suspect this one will probably end up going to a decision. No idea which way this will go at all. And this could be underdog pick of the night, but I'm going to go for John Howard on that one. Moving on to the very bottom of the card now, and we've got John Tuck versus Kevin Lee. I think this could be a really interesting fight. I do think this could be an interesting fight. 8-1 versus 8-1. One of them has basically, what does it say here? Is stand up. The other one is submissions. So I think that's going to be incredibly exciting. That one. I think, gosh, this not an easy one to call. Might go with Kevin Lee on that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong there. The last one, Cody Gibson and Manny Gamborian, 12-4 for Cody, 16-10 for Gamborian. Most of Gamborian's fights seem to end up in decision. I'm going to go here for him winning by decision. And that is my predictions for this card. As you know, or in case you don't, maybe you don't watch my blogs, I don't know, we've entered a new season and I'm not making a record of the wins and losses. I'm only doing predictions now for numbered championship events, although at least until the end of this year I'm still doing a fighter of the card for each card and announcing that in the weekly video blog. So after that, after Christmas, that may go all together, I haven't decided. But there we are. I do apologise once again for the light, but I can't be asked to stand up and turn the light switch on, so there we are.